We're now going to look at a part of probability which gives us a prediction of how often we think something will happen. We can't possibly know exactly how often it will happen, but as an example, if we have a fair coin, and when we say fair, we say it's not biased. A fair coin means everything's equal. A biased coin means that some things have more chance than others. So it's not biased, it's fair. So the probability, if I flip the coin, of getting a head would be a half. And the probability of a tail is also a half. What we're looking at is expected successes. Supposing I flip the coin 60 times. Now, there's no way of knowing how many heads I would get or how many tails I would get, but we can have a pretty good idea, can't we? I think you'd probably all agree, if you think about how many heads you think you'd get, you would probably expect, and this is expected success, you would probably expect 30 heads, and you'd probably expect 30 tails. Sorry, my pen's running a bit. You can see that you would expect the same of each because the probability is a half. In general terms, what we can say is a little sort of formula, which sounds a bit complicated. It's actually quite straightforward. The expected number of successes is the probability of success. In our case, with flipping a coin, it's a half, multiplied by the number of trials, trials being the number of times you do it. So again, with heads and tails, if I flip my coin 200 times, you would expect it to be a half times 200. A half times 200. And you would expect 100 heads and 100 tails. Let's have a look at this spinner. Okay, we've got a spinner here, and this spinner is fair. It's a fair spinner. All of the areas are equal, and we're going to spin it round. Now, let's look at the probability of getting an even number. Well, the probability of even, I've got 9 numbers altogether, and 4 of them are even. 4 are even. Okay, 4 of the numbers are even. So the probability of even is 4/9. Supposing I spin my spinner 45 times. Then how many 4s would I expect to get if I spin 45 times? So expected number of 4s is going to equal the probability of a 4. So it's going to equal the probability of a 4, which is 4/9, multiplied by the number of times I spin, 45. And I can do 45 divided by 9. I can cancel the 9 into the 45 to get a 5, and I would get my answer, which is 20. Or you could do that calculation on your calculator. So I would expect to get 20 4s. Okay, it doesn't mean I will get 20, but I'd be pretty much expecting 20, or certainly between 18 and 22. Okay, I would expect to get 20. Let's just do one more example. If I spin, let's say, how many 1s do I think I would get? Okay, how many 1s? How many 1s if I spin 360 times? So expected 1. How many 1s do I expect? It's going to be the probability of a 1. Well, I've got 1 out of 9, and I'm going to multiply by the number of times, 360, and 360 divided by 9 is 40. So I would expect to get 40 1s. The key to this is that the expected number of successes is the probability of success multiplied by the number of times you do it.